Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What boy? Who boy? Man boy?
I think you're playing the stream on your side.
Hmm?
I can hear myself. And yourself.
I'm not playing it. It's not coming out of my speakers.
Yes, it is. I think.
I don't hear myself, so
Okay.
if you hear yourself, that means that you have the stream on.
Or I'm just speaking.
That you are
Maybe I'm
speaking
just
with the stream
insane.
on.
Maybe I'm going insane.
Going? Well, let me know when you get here.
Fun. Just start the game.
Load. Beep. Axel!
What about it?
I don't have it memorized.
Really? Wasn't the one who made the joke? I thought that was my joke.
Axel! I've forgotten.
Are you okay, Signorina?
Mr. Caramia!
I don't think he's the type to actually hurt you, but he didn't do anything to you, right?
No, I'm fine, but...
Well, I think he probably just went to cool his head. When you see him tomorrow, just explain what happened, and then everything will go back to normal.
Right. It will?
Yeah.
Everything will go back to normal. I hate the idea of things staying so unpleasant like this.
Dot, 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 dot. Just shoot him and everything will be okay.
No, he is sturdy, remember? Oh, Axel. How unusual for you to come out to greet me.
You're in the way. Move. Think you could skip? I don't know.
Why on earth is he speaking to a superior in that fashion? I don't think we saw this before. Did we?
I don't remember.
No, we didn't.
One demerit. I'll have to come up with a punishment.
Now Caramia is all red.
Was Axel red last time?
I think so.
Shows how much I paid attention. Good morning, Signorina.
Mr. Caramia, have you seen Axel?
He wasn't in his room. I don't think he came back.
Oh. I wonder where he is.
Axel's so quiet, you can hardly tell the difference when he's gone.
I guess I'll wait.
Oh, really? He'll come back if I just wait, huh?
Yes. Assuming he's not dead, of course.
Hey, Kyrie.
But it's true, isn't it? It'd be just disgusting if a corpse came walking home, wouldn't it?
That's not what I meant.
Oh. No, if he's a corpse, the funeral parlor will take him back. I guess either way he'll be coming home. Isn't that wonderful, Cora?
Kyrie.
It was just a joke. Laugh already.
It wasn't funny, stupid.
I hope Axel comes home.
They're just going at it between each other. She's just like, Axel. She couldn't sleep. The moment dawn broke, she
skipped.
flew out to the skip button. Thanks.
Are you sure?
For what? What are we sure about?
About getting
Cream
puffs.
Ow. Of course I am. I bought it for you after all.
For me?
Yeah. I wasn't sure what flavor you'd like, so I just got custard flavor.
But I thought we got cream puffs before, so why don't you remember what I ordered?
Was that in this timeline?
Yeah, it was, because it was the other one that we didn't get cream puffs.
I don't remember.
I remember because Kyrie was with us, and Kyrie wanted pumpkin and Axel wanted strawberry.
Sure.
And Cora didn't know what flavors we had, so then Axel had to lead the way to his preferred cream puff spot. And Caramia was pulled into paying for all of them.
Would you prefer a different type?
Oh no, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Caramia, have you found Axel?
No. Have you? I'm guessing not from the way you look right now.
I haven't. He's been gone since the day before yesterday.
I know. Carrie is mad that he's been blowing off work with the skip button. Thank you. It's why don't we go out together?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Caramia.
I should be thanking you for accepting my offer. Although this really should be our job.
Our?
Yes, searching for the Capo regime is a problem for us mafiosi. You don't need to get involved, Signorina. I don't know.
Feel like it's maybe also a little bit the girlfriend's responsibility.
Are you sure? But I really don't know how I ought to explain this to the subordinates. That I'm trying to steal his girlfriend.
And that Axel
Well-
left because I'm trying to steal his girlfriend.
Well, until I do, I can cover it up by saying Axel's on vacation and steal his vacation days. But I can't keep that going forever. We'd better hurry up and find him.
Axel take a vacation? Did he find Candyland?
Let's go, Signorina.
Okay.
Where the rivers are milk and honey?
No. Remember, you want a chocolate river.
I can't choose.
I can't choose.
So, you mean you're fine with me too?
Huh?
If you really love him, you'd have said his name immediately.
Oh.
That makes me feel more confident.
You're a bad person.
I'm not trying to entrap you or anything. I respect your wishes. I'd never even consider forcing you to become mine.
I feel like for the number of times he said he'd never even consider it, it's like, Caramia, that means you've considered it.
I've considered it a number of times. What are you talking about? It would only make things unpleasant for both of us if I did that. Plus, it's be meaningless if you don't pick me.
You're Skip.
You're Skip. Who is it? Oh, Signorina. What is it? Why don't we talk in my room?
All right. Excuse me.
Dot, 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 dot. She is mine.
Steal, steal, steal.
He's a thief.
Whoa.
He's a steal.
I didn't know
Whoa.
he knew steal.
Yeah. Want something to drink? All I have in here is alcohol and water, but if you want some juice, I can get it from the kitchen.
No, it's fine.
Don't get her drunk. I see. So what is it?
Axel asked me. He asked me to be with you.
And? You came to me because he asked you to?
How would you feel if I said yes?
Well, that's a tough one. I guess I'd feel a bit sad if you didn't come to me of your own volition.
But I don't have a brain of my own.
But I think you're making the right choice. Whoa! Whoa!
This is why you don't go in his room when he just invites you in there. You could have talked like this in the hallway without this.
They could have talked in his room without this.
True.
You may be falling in love with someone, but not in the right order. And because you're doing it in the wrong order, you may feel unsure or make mistakes.
Oh, so Caramia is saying that the true route is to go for him first and then fall in love with Axel. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Caramia.
You can fill in the feelings you're lacking from here on, so do what he said.
That's the wrong answer. That's the entirely wrong answer. Now get off the bed. Let us off the bed. Why were we so close to the bed in the first place?
I hate reading these lines. I want you to be with me.
Well, I'm here. Can you let go now? Okay.
Do I have to read these?
Nope.
She nodded, unable to say anything.
I'm not gonna make you say the rapey.
Oh my gosh.
It seems like sort of consensual, but also like I don't.
Not.
I feel like Cora's a little too like confused and lacking in brain cells at the moment to really consent.
Yes, exactly.
This is why we should believe in enthusiastic consent, not just okay. I'm not making you read his lines, but you should still read the narrator.
He threaded his fingers through her hair, gently pulling them through it as if to ingrain its texture into his memory. Ugh.
Do I need to take over narrator?
No. I'll just vomit a little after we're done.
Just read it like you read Joseph Root, which I know you had equal to.
Do you think I think I blocked out most of Joseph's route.
I took that part over too. I
think it was also because I was voicing like 5 different characters.
Probably.
Because I was voicing Santa and him, and probably 1 or 2 more in those scenes.
Yeah.
He cocked his head a bit, staring down at her creepily.
Yes, I think this face looks pretty creepy right now. Agreed.
And the fact that he's saying, "Are you scared?"
No. Yes.
Really?
I'm not, but
she is. You're worried about Axel?
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't be sorry. It's fine. You still had feelings for him pretty recently. You can't help it.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago. That's pretty recent, yeah.
No, probably 1 minute ago.
Yes, that's why she's still worried. Do you want me to skip this one?
But from here on, you'll have them for me. You'll have even more of these feelings than you did for Axel.
Wow, how to be way creepily, like, weirdly possessive.
I'm not reading this one.
I won't make you. I wonder if Axel's hangover is okay. I have some medicine for him, but I wonder if he'll see me. Axel? He's not in. Maybe he ran away again.
I'm here.
Axel!
Why are you here?
This is medicine for your hangover. For the morning and then the afternoon.
Thank you for going to the trouble. You don't have to say it. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
But we're not happy. Because Caramia is creepy right now.
Who's worse right now, Caramia or Toma?
Still Toma.
Okay.
Remember, Toma put you in a fucking dog cage and drugged you. So, like, still pretty clearly, Caramia's not to that level.
Yes.
He doesn't keep you in a dog cage. He gave you your own little garden house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, she is allowed to, like, leave. She's allowed to go outside and stuff. He's just trying to steal her as a girlfriend. Whereas Toma was like, no one else can see you. You can't leave. Be a pretty doll in a cage. But did he
also believe that she liked someone else and also was trying to also, quote, steal her?
Yes. But also, he put her in a... Okay, you know how Caramia keeps like, I'd never even consider forcing you to become mine. That means he's considered it, but decided against it. Toma considered it and decided to do it.
That is true.
So, I mean, the answer is still Toma's worse. Axel... Oh, poor Axel. I wonder what I could do to make Mr. Caramia happy.
Leave. She cocked her head in thought. She was sure that he'd only say anything if she asked him directly.
I feel like... Oh, I have an idea of how to make him happy, Cora. Why don't you go visit Caesar? Why don't you go pay him a visit? Sure, Caramia would be thrilled with you if he did that.
Yeah.
He did say he likes to read. Maybe I'll go to the bookstore. It's gotten so late. I need to hurry up and get back. Go.
Excuse me, Missy.
Yes? What is it?
No, I just thought you looked fine. Why don't we get a drink?
No, thank you.
Oh, come on. Just one little drink.
Sorry, I'm underage.
Yeah, what's your problem?
The Sunday compromise can be such a nuisance sometimes. The violence at your disposal is quite limited.
Mr. Kyrie!
Good evening. You seem to be in a bit of trouble.
How dare you? You hit me!
I did not hit you. I just accidentally ran into you.
Don't you try that.
Bullshit.
With me. Someday, if I shout, the Mafia will come running.
Oh, really now? Why don't you try it? If you're brave enough to, that is.
What are you?
I happen to be a member of the aforementioned Mafia, so I am quite familiar with the terms of the compromise. As it stands, I also know that before you could scream, I could crush your throat and have my subordinates dispose of your body outside the city without any trouble.
Wouldn't that be breaking a compromise?
I haven't the faintest idea as to which famiglia you belong to, but I'm sure that the loss of a piece of garbage like yourself will have little effect on society at large.
Do you think Kyrie cares about the rules that much? He only cares about what can he get away with. If he can break the compromise and get away with it, he'll break it. Thank you for saving me, Mr. Curie.
It was no trouble. That said, I'm impressed that you're having fun at night.
It's the afternoon.
At night?
The afternoon at night?
I'm not having fun. I was out shopping.
Shopping.
Save. Which ending are we getting? 1 or 2? I forget which.
My usual is to get bittersweet and then happy, I think.
So 2 is bittersweet. I think that was it last time.
Presumably? Let me see.
Well, it's not called bittersweet and happy in the triangles. It's just called transfer ending 1 and transfer ending 2.
I'm gonna go with... I don't know. I can't tell from the CGs. Let's just do 2 first.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
I see. So it's a present for Caramia. You're carrying a bag from the bookstore. Considering your relationship to him, their answer is obvious. Come now, don't dawdle. Get home. He'll make that idiot lion of yours worry.
Okay.
Roar. You're back late, Signorina. Where have you been?
Mr. Caramia.
Look at the time. Isn't it too late for you to be out on your own? What if something bad happened?
Don't worry. I was just spending time with Kyrie.
What if something bad happened?
I'm sorry. Oh, but it was fine. Mr. Kyrie saved me.
Kyrie? What?
So possessive. He intervened when a strange man tried to hit on me.
See, you really did get in trouble. But more importantly, why did it have to be Kyrie? If you're going to depend on someone, depend on me, not him.
Okay, but you know what? If we're gonna depend on someone, Axel's the best fighter out of the 3 of you, remember?
He just can't shoot a gun.
He can't shoot a gun, but he's still the best fighter.
Yeah. That's easier said than done.
That's easier said than done. Mr. Caramia, haven't you been holed up in this estate this whole time? Yeah, I think this is bittersweet. I wanted to give you a little break somehow, so I...
She averted her eyes and handed him the bag she'd been holding. What?
It's a present. For you.
For me? A cookbook?
Yes. I was trying to think about what you liked, and I figured a book was a good choice. But you seem to have a lot of difficult-to-read books, so I wasn't sure what kind to get. So I ended up buying a book with recipes for foods I like.
Foods you like, Signorina.
Yes, I'm no good in the kitchen, but I was thinking that maybe with a lot of practice, we'd be able to make some of these dishes together.
That's cheating, Signorina.
No, cheating is what happened when she moved to date you instead.
How can I be mad at you when you went to all this trouble? Grazie, I'll treasure this. That's cheating, no!
No, cheating is the fact that she's dating you now in the first place. Cheating is what you encouraged her to do from Axel.
Something, but Axel told her to do it.
Because Axel was heartbroken and scared. It's delicious! Mr. Caramia, you really are a good cook.
Well, pancakes are just a little mixing and frying. I made a mountain of them, so eat up.
I wanted pancakes, but then I didn't make pancakes.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, but I was hungry and I wanted actual nutrition, so then I didn't make pancakes. But maybe I'll make pancakes as a snack.
Who needs nutrition? Who needs food?
Yes. Have you eaten today?
I've had a meal.
Okay, it's still early enough, but just make sure you have another meal before bed.
I had lunch like 3 hours ago.
So like my current time. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So you're gonna have dinner in about 3 hours, right?
Maybe. It depends.
Okay, maybe 2 hours.
Eat up. Eat.
Well, in 2 hours we might still be streaming though.
Exactly.
I will, and you too!
I will. Actually, could I have one request as a thank you for making all this?
A thank you?
Yeah, I want you to feed me or something. What do you think?
I think you should back the fuck off. Me? Feed you?
This... the correct answer, that's kind of embarrassing.
This is kind of embarrassing.
She pierced a piece of pancake with her fork and timidly reached out. Kyrie, how dare you?
Too sweet for my tastes. Caramia, bring me some tea to cleanse my palate.
Why do I have to? And don't eat my pancakes.
Your pancakes. Write your name on them first if you want to claim ownership. Also, she was the one who offered it. Why would it belong to you?
Kyrie.
Amazing. Yes, break up Karamia's awkward request by just trolling the shit out of him. That's good. Don't fight. Here, maybe it'll be less awkward if I just feed both of you.
No, that would probably be just as awkward.
No, I think it wouldn't be. Because then it's not a special dating thing. It's just a, okay, here you go. Okay, the plates are sparkling. Cleanup is finished. The pancakes Mr. Caramia made were really delicious. Too bad Axel didn't have any, but I don't care about him anymore because we're not dating anymore.
Did somebody mention me? Pancakes?
Oh, Axel!
Did Mr. Caramia make pancakes for you?
Yep, they were really tasty.
Are you bragging? Are you trying to insinuate something?
Huh?
I like Mr. Caramia's pancakes because he doesn't get mad no matter how much whipped cream I put on them. Why didn't you call me?
Axel?
This is the worst. Wish I could just disappear.
Axel? Axel, don't let it get to you. Just ask nicely. I'm sure Caramia will be happy to make another stack of pancakes for you. He'll be happier to do it as revenge against Kirei for stealing his bite.
Whipped cream on pancakes?
Yeah?
Never heard of it.
I mean, pancakes are sweet. Whipped cream is sweet. You put whipped cream on cake. Sometimes. So why not?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Mr. Caramia.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to work today, right? You told me we'd spend the whole day together, so I was really looking forward to it.
You sure are chipper, Signorina.
I am. Let's have lots of fun today, okay?
What time is it? 8 a.m. Go back to bed. I want to sleep.
What? But you promised! I came up with all sorts of things to do because I'm 12.
Couldn't we spend the day together in this room?
No. Eep!
Eep. See, this is perfect. You're close enough that I can hear your heartbeat. This will be much more fun than going out.
No! Let go of me! Let's go on a date before you do this kind of bullshit.
So, let me sleep like this for a little while.
Oh, Mr. Caramia, I give up. God, this is painful.
It's painful for you. I have to read Caramia's lines. Signorina, how is your Famiglia brand feeling? Does it feel normal now?
Yes, it doesn't hurt anymore. But it does feel a little weird. I'm suddenly a member of Famiglia Oz.
Wait. Did her outfit change colors?
Yes, I think so.
Why?
Yes, it did.
Why is she suddenly blue now?
Yep.
She didn't change clothes throughout this entire, past few months, but now she's suddenly blue?
I like that technically her clothing still looks exactly the same in design, it's just a different color.
It's literally just a different color.
It's just a recolor.
We can be together now forever, huh? Well, I welcome you again as a member of our Famiglia.
Thanks. Mr. Caramia, I do have one request.
Request? What is it?
I'd like you to teach me how to use a gun, just like any other member of this Famiglia. I can't ask Axel, because he doesn't know how either.
I thought you were gonna go with so I can eventually shoot you in your sleep. That's where my mind went when I'm like, that's what she's gonna say.
No. Cora's too dumb to do that.
Teach you how to use a gun?
Yes. Everyone here has one. I should be able to use a gun too.
I'd really rather you not carry a gun, but...
Wow, for the first time today, Caramia is saying something correct.
Alright, I'll give you my old piece. Take care of him.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't want you using it unless my power fails you. I want to be the one to save you, not this gun.
I want you to be helpless so I can be a hero, because I have a complex.
But I want to be useful.
I want to be of use to both you and the Famiglia. I don't want to be a damsel in distress. Why do you want to keep me as one? I may be powerless, but even I can pull the trigger of a gun.
Yes, you can. That's why guns are so scary. Even idiots can pull triggers of guns.
Technically, even Axel can. He just doesn't hit his target.
What happens if Axel uses a rocket launcher? I said, what happens if Axel uses a rocket launcher?
Yes.
Big explosion. But where?
Behind him, probably.
You can rob someone of their life with one simple action. And with each life you take, the less value each has to you. All of that hesitation, regret, and guilt you'll feel the first time it happens diminishes with each subsequent life.
Did that happen to you?
Oh no, but that's because Kyrie kills them all.
No. Kyrie doesn't dirty his hands that way, remember?
Okay, Kyrie gets Axel to do it.
There you go.
Yeah, be careful not to lose that part of yourself. Your experiences become part of you. It's not something you can do much about just with a change in attitude. So, I think you should use guns as infrequently as possible.
Yes.
I think flowers suit you better than a hunk of metal.
Why not both?
Aerith with a gun!
Oh, I was thinking Tifa.
Well, Aerith is the flower girl.
Well, spoiler.
What?
What?
What? I was making an original Final Fantasy VII joke, and now you start talking about spoilers.
What? The mansion's gotten pretty lively.
There were an awful lot of soldati in the halls. All of them were armed with guns. The sound of thumping footsteps was unending. She caught sight of Caramia's figure amongst the throngs of men and approached him.
One, this means that Cora is now the only female member of the Famiglia, again.
Yes.
But, like, what is her title? Is she a soldati? She's presumably not instantly upgraded to Capo Regime or anything like that, so I'm like...
Know what title Caramia would give her?
Girlfriend?
That or female.
Mr. Caramia!
Signorina.
What's going on? Did something happen?
There was a little dispute.
Dispute? With which Famiglia?
That question may not be exactly appropriate.
Mr. Kyrie!
How does it look?
As we anticipated, there seems to be no effect on our territory. Consequently, there is no need for us to interfere.
Interfere?
Yes, our Caramia here said he'd go help them. The battle is between the Andersons and the Wolf Gang. Famiglia is unrelated. Moreover, if we leave them to their own devices, they'll end up exhausting themselves. If the weak Andersons get taken out, we might even have the opportunity to seize their territory.
Kyrie, don't consider such cowardly tactics.
But why not? Isn't it a tempting proposition? We're a hostile Famiglia, and this is a kill-or-be-killed world we live in.
We may be hostile Famiglia, but we also live in the same town. We can't sit by idly while they're attacked by outsiders. Oppose me if you want. I'm going to help them myself.
Mr. Caramia!
You give me no choice. Very well, I can spare a few subordinates. It's not as if you've given me any other options. Caramia is the dawn of our Famiglia and our public face. He must remember that his body doesn't belong to him alone. He mustn't ever do anything reckless with it.
Well, I'm going too. What?
What a dumb decision. I'm going too.
Okay, but when doesn't Cora make the dumbest decisions known to man?
She always does it.
No, I want you to stay behind.
But
I'm not saying I think you'll be a burden.
even though she definitely would be.
I'm just being selfish.
As always.
I really would not. I really would rather not bring anyone else along. I don't want to drag you into this. I'm just dragging all these soldati into it if I can.
They don't even have names. It's fine.
Please understand, Signorina.
Mr. Caramia. I don't understand. Because I don't understand anything.
Are the soldati just red shirts then? I said, are they just red shirts then?
Red shirts?
A Star Trek nameless character is always in a red shirt, ends up dying in each episode.
Yes.
Cool.
Do you think Mr. Caramia is okay?
With the way he is now, I wouldn't worry. It'd be a big problem if he was like he used to be, though.
Oh, nostalgic. That's right, the old Caramia would be hiding under a table trembling instead of dashing out of the mansion like this.
The old Caramia? What do you mean?
Long, long ago, we went on a journey to obtain the things we lacked.
Caramia lacked courage. He may have had a large frame, but he was terrified of everything.
He's really not that large. It's mostly his cloak, actually.
But weren't they actual wasn't he the actual lion back then?
I guess that's true.
So he would be large because lions are not small. I'm still how did they become human?
Maybe we have to get the true end to find that out.
He was so nervous that he was always hiding behind me.
Oh, really? I can't even imagine it.
Well, the two of us are quite different at the time, too. Whatever you're imagining is probably pretty far off from what the scene actually looked like. At the end of our journey, he obtained courage and thus became the brave Caramia you know today. Though sometimes his bravery gets out of hand and he becomes rather reckless.
But just imagine a giant lion hiding under a table.
Or behind the Tin Man.
Not behind the Tin Man.
What was that sound?
It was the sound of murder.
Ooh, what a fun sound.
Caramia's murder.
I knew it! Welcome home, Mr. Caramia!
Darn.
In a casket!
Caramia didn't respond to Cora. He just stood in front of the door without saying a word. But his eyes were empty, almost as if they were nothing but big golden balls of glass. There was no life in them, only the reflection of her image. Kyrie and Axel followed a bit behind her. Caramia's body swayed towards the sound of their footsteps.
Well, that's a different kind of Caramia's murder.
I was not expecting this. Okay. Kill everyone.
Huh?
He's... Axel, gun.
Understood. Axel handed the shotgun in his hands to Kyrie, and then grabbed another one off of the wall for himself to use as an axe for himself. He loaded the new weapon with shells from a nearby drawer.
So that he can hit him over the head.
Yeah.
Mr. Kyrie!
Stand back. Don't approach him. This raging lion is out of control. Axel, I've got your back. Please take Caramia down.
Okay. Axel jabbed Caramia in the stomach with his gun as he approached. He shouldn't be able to miss at that range.
Yeah, but they're not trying to kill their friend, I think.
Caramia was too quick, though. The barrel grazed by him as he twisted out of the way. Both of his hands landed on the floor as he coiled like a spring. In the opening, while Axel recovered, Caramia leapt forward and body slammed him. Axel grimaced as they both crashed into the wall. Bang! Caramia was already reaching out for the copper regime's neck. Oh, fun! Caramia's nails bit into Axel's skin, drawing blood.
How delightful.
He tried pushing back against Caramia with his gun, but the beast was undeterred. I can't beat him the way he is right now with force alone. The moment Axel dropped the gun, there was an explosion that sounded like a gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, Caramia screamed out in pain, I assume.
Technically, gunshots are explosions.
Explosions, yes. Gah.
That's why I'm here.
Now.
I'm sorry, sir.
Look, he's hiding behind Axel again. How nostalgic.
And Axel's bloody.
No, not that vase.
Gah. Mission complete. Don has been apprehended. Axel laid the senseless Caramia face up on the floor, grabbing his hands and binding them together.
Axel, you're bleeding.
This is nothing. Plus, the Don's bleeding at least as much as I am. We need to get him to the clinic. Carrie, let's go.
It was so expensive. And it's in so many pieces now. You damn four-eyed robot, I won't let you forget this.
Oh, I will.
He will what? Forget this?
Yes. Like, I won't let you forget this. Oh, I will. It's something I would say. Seems like Hamlin's back in town.
Hamlin? Who's that?
A bad man. He was banished from town a long time ago.
Wow, we finally get an explanation as to who the fuck that was last time?
I assume that's explained in a route we didn't do?
Would have been nice if it had been explained sooner.
Shh.
Am I wrong?
Do you think games explain things?
Sometimes.
Psh.
Hamlin has the power to control animals and children. When you consider that it was the Andersons and the Wolfgang who were clashing, it only makes sense that he was involved.
If he's back, we have to bring him to justice. We need to inform the other Familiae and take countermeasures. What are you doing?
If Hamlin is being so brazen, there's a good chance that you could go berserk again. Please behave and let us keep you restrained to prevent that tragedy from happening again.
Restrained? It's not like you need to chain me up.
Except they kind of do. You walked in going, kill everybody!
Putting you on house arrest isn't sufficient. You could escape through a window or something. I know it's a bit archaic, but binding your arms and legs with chains is the best option. Or would you prefer a dog collar?
Fine, this will do.
Wow.
How fun.
Wow.
That's the answer.
It seems kind of fun.
What?
The depths of her stupidity are never ending. What does? Oh, I guess I've never seen Mr. Caramia like this before.
I guess that's Cora's kink?
It's different, so it's kind of interesting.
Interesting. Signorina.
I don't think Caramia is into this kink.
But apparently Cora is! Don't laugh, Kyrie.
Whatever is the matter, you can add it to your bedroom repertoire.
I will not. I'm not into abnormal things like that.
Ah, okay, so Caramia only likes a vanilla. Caramia is not kinky.
No, Caramia apparently is not.
You're really not convincing anyone in that getup.
This just happened.
Mr. Caramia? What did he mean by bedroom repertoire?
You don't need to know about that.
Really? Because you certainly felt free to comment on it when you were watching me in a different relationship.
Oh my gosh.
What a hypocrite.
Oh my gosh.
If only this coffee had wine. Mr. Caramia, please open your mouth.
This feels kind of familiar, but it's weird. It's not fun at all right now.
You wanted me to feed you, didn't you? Well, Mr. Caramia, that's probably because you're all tied up. Your wrists are getting red. Doesn't it hurt?
A little. But that's just how it has to be. I don't mind my hands being a little sore. Not being able to caress or hold you is much more painful.
Well, keep it in your pants.
I started that sentence and then it just was like, oh no.
Like, Caramia, you weren't able to do those things like a week ago either, so get over it.
But that was because...
Is it so bad? Is it so hard? Like, it's not. It's really not that part.
Are you sure? Some people think it's very hard.
I mean, cuddling is nice, but like, I don't know. It's fine. You'll be fine.
It's life or death sometimes.
Oh, Mr. Caramia.
Could you come over here? I just want to feel your warmth.
Here, a space heater. Cora would be dumb enough to be like, oh, are you cold? Here, I brought you a heater.
Here's a blanket. Cora took a seat next to Caramia and rested her head on his chest. Hey, Signorina, do you remember when I taught you to use a gun?
Yes, of course I do.
Can you shoot me right now? They managed to protect you last time, but you probably should have gotten out of there. Right now, I don't know when I could go berserk and try to attack you, so I can't exactly promise that I can keep you safe.
That's why I'm asking you to come closer to me.
Well, he's chained up.
Oh, Cora, what big eyes you have!
Are you sure he's not into this kink?
You're not convincing anyone in that getup.
So, that's why I want you to promise me that if it seems like I might cause you harm, you'll shoot me without hesitation.
Okay, pull out your gun right now. He already pushed her on the bed at one point, so I'm like, oh, what's that? Cause harm? Pew!
Pew, pew, pew!
You want me to shoot you?
I don't want to hurt you. I'd rather get shot than let that happen. I'm the Don of this famiglia. Even if I'm completely out of control, there aren't many people who would shoot me. The soldati in particular would hesitate to lift a finger against me, because I am their boss and would fire them in an instant.
No, Kyrie would.
I just want to make sure you at least believe what I'm saying and shoot me if it comes to that.
I don't want to shoot you either.
Well, I don't care. Shoot me anyway.
Literally.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but please, I'm begging you. If I ever laid a hand on you, I'd regret it for the rest of my life.
So why is he talking about how he wants to hold her and caress her? That's laying a hand on her.
No. He means laying a hand on her to cause her pain. Any other way to lay a hand on her, no, that's totally fine.
I think pushing her down on the bed and holding her there is still kind of painful. Potentially.
But he
Pretty
loves her,
possibly.
so it's okay. So, please, do this for me. Let me think about it.
I don't have a brain because I wasn't there when Kyrie got his, so I need some time to think about it. Please let me think about it.
Can't say yes just yet? But I'm not about to let you refuse. I know I'm asking a lot. Please, I'm begging you.
Okay.
No, that's for the next time.
Pow.
I can't let you refuse. Can't you just, no's no. No means no.
I mean, I'm like, how are you going to not let her refuse? Are you going to, in your berserk state, take the gun from her and make her pull the trigger? Like, how's that supposed to work?
Yes.
It's light out. Morning already? I slept in Mr. Caramia's room. Huh? Mr. Caramia? He's gone. Where on earth could he have gotten off to? Is he making pancakes again?
The moment she went down the stairs, how can he make pancakes? He's supposed to be chained up.
Well, clearly he's not chained up.
Yeah, clearly. Large number of armed soldati occupied the entryway, their presence creating a heavy atmosphere.
What is going on?
Caramia ran away.
Mr. Caramia ran away?
Yes, so
What's that sound?
that's the sound of Hamelin's pipe. It sounds like the signal for a fight. It's most irritating, don't you agree?
Cora, please stay here. I wouldn't be able to face the boss if anything happened to you.
I'm amazed how quickly Axel seems to have gotten over being dumped.
Isn't that how some people work?
Well, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't be able to face him if anything happened to you. Axel, weren't you a week ago still upset that she had left you? Wouldn't you also be hurt for yourself if anything happened to her, it's not just for his sake, it's also for yours, I would think.
Apparently he doesn't care anymore.
Wow.
That's how it works.
We went on like 17 weeks of dates with him.
Apparently 1 week of not dating him anymore, he just doesn't care.
Is this how people are?
Apparently.
I'm going with you. Mr. Caramia made me promise. If anything happened, he wanted me to shoot him. I don't want to shoot him, but a promise is a promise. I promised to shoot him. So please, take me with you so I can shoot him.
Technically, she didn't promise to shoot him. She said, let me think about it.
Well, maybe they came back another day. And,
she fell asleep, and the next day he ran away.
Are you sure it's the same? Are you sure it's the next day? Did it explicitly say that it's the next day?
Does it ever explicitly say that?
No, which is why I'm always thinking that it's a different day. Or that it's the next day, but then it turns out it's actually like 3 weeks later. That's why I keep getting confused by it.
I don't think they had him chained up for that long, though.
You don't know.
This game's dumb.
Yes. I don't know. It's kind of fun sometimes.
And then Caramia happens?
It's fun to make fun of them.
And then Caramia happens.
It's fun when Kyrie trolls them.
But then Caramia happens.
But then Kyrie is like, you tried, but I'm going to troll you for happening.
What do we do, Kyrie?
Well, I guess if you made a promise, we have to take you. Can you use a gun?
I can. Mr. Caramia taught me.
I see. Well, shall we head into town? I don't really care if you live or die, so sure.
Let's go! I really want to shoot him after all. I did promise I would. Even though he put conditions on it, but you know, I just want to shoot him.
You want to shoot a lot of people.
I do.
Axel brought her to the edge of their territory. Barricades had already been erected, lending an opposing atmosphere to the area. Guard this position with me.
Guard?
Yes. If intruders try to infiltrate our territory, we'll eliminate them. That is, if there are any, but...
I'm like... I feel like Cora's like, wait, I only agreed to shoot Caramia. I didn't agree to shoot other people. Wait, I have to do a job?
Yes.
I have to do an actual job after having joined this famiglia?
Yes.
I thought my job was just to stand here and look pretty for Caramia.
No.
Shocker.
A high-spirited girl's voice cut Axel off. When she turned around, she saw murder. Anda and Ailing stood atop a nearby building. They looked down on Famiglia Oz's fortification, their eyes gleaming.
You sound so done.
I'm done with them! Seems we have intruders after all. Brace yourself, here we go.
Yes, sir!
Ade had seen Cora. She drew a bead on her and pulled the trigger on her crossbow.
The crossbow killer.
Don't stop. Keep running until you get to that building.
Okay!
She ran with all her might towards the place Axel had indicated.
Wow, she's the most useless guard ever, but we knew that going in.
Fun music, though. Ailing jumped off the building, aiming a machine gun in midair.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Ailing hung in the air. Okay. Making small circles like a bird. He cocked his head quizzically as he gazed at the building. Building Cora had hid underneath. Why are you hiding? I can't hit you if you're hiding. What is happening?
Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Damn it.
Jeez. When Axel tried to move, a flaming arrow shot past right underneath his nose.
Axel, アンデのことも忘れるな。ここであったが1万年目。一旦にしてやるぞ。
Does that imply that if he dies, that he'll turn back into a Tin Man?
I'd like to see you try. You'd have to climb up to the roof to engage in close combat.
You know, he only has a gun. He can't
Yeah.
shoot long range or anything.
Shotguns aren't meant for long range. But arrows would rain down upon him the entire time. Destroying the house out from underneath her was out of the question. Guess I'll just have to bank on beginner's luck being on my side. Axel clicked his tongue and readied his shotgun.
Axel, you're not a beginner, though.
Yes, he is! He aimed at but pulled the trigger half out of desperation.
Just because he's bad at it doesn't mean that he's actually a beginner. He's been at this for a while.
Shh, beginner's luck! His little prayer was in vain as the wall gobbled up all the buckshot.
Gobble gobble.
Okay.
アクセルは本当に銃が下手くそだな。へっぽこだな。アンデの方が上手に撃てるぞ。
Okay, but like, Cora's probably a better shot.
Yep.
She put a foot on the edge of the roof and fired an arrow down at him. The arrow sank into his right shoulder before he could brace for the shot. Ow! First came a piercing pain, and then a more widespread burn of fire spread across his entire shoulder. Ugh. He grabbed the flaming arrow with his bare hand, smart, and gritted his teeth as he yanked it out of his shoulder. Crimson blood spurted from the wound as he did. Spurt, spurt. Wow. Andy continued to fire shot after shot. Her arrows set Axel's cover aflame, a blaze that only grew underneath the wind's encouragements.
What were you about to say there?
I don't know.
逃げられないな。逃げられないぞ。ざまあみろい。この調子でオズをボコボコに。
Plop.
Flop.
Something cold ran down Andy's cheek.
No.
She looked up into the sky. Another drop of liquid fell onto her cheek. Is it called rain?
Yes. Rain!
大変だ。アンデ、気をつけて。火は。アンデの火が消える。消えるな。頑張れ。
She leapt off the building and ran over to the barrier in a panic. She tossed handfuls of matchboxes onto the sputtering flames in a futile effort to keep them going.
Yep, that's how it works. If you just throw matchboxes, the flame will keep going.
Even in the rain.
倒さないと。
It can't let you do that. Something hard and cold pressed against the back of her head. She knew exactly what it was. The muzzle of Axel's shotgun!
I wonder, will he be able to hit from here?
アンデ。
How did the building take it? No, that buckshot! Axel grabbed Andy with his other hand as he turned towards the boy. Hailing, surrender if you don't want anything bad to happen to Andy.
わかった。エリング、ダメだ。今がチャンスだ。アンデ、全然チャンスじゃない。周りを見てごらんよ。
What happened to the fairy dude?
Hmm?
What happened to Old Man Harry?
アンデが捕らえられた。
Hmm.
雨も降ってる。僕たちはこの状況を覆すことはできない。
They're surrounded. Since when?
Cora's there!
そうだ、メリサスは。メリサスならきっとどうにかしてくれる。無理だよ。メリサスはソルジャーを連れてパシュたちと戦ってる。
There you go.
合流するには時間が足りない。
Welt, I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Yehudi?
Sure, take Andy and Ailing into custody.
Wait, isn't that the guy that before I was like, Yehudi?
Oh, right. Bad
Yehudi.
joke is still bad. He did!
Mr. Yehudi!
Bad joke is still bad. The sudden explosion blew the soldati every which way. White smoke blanketed the area, further adding to the chaos.
Okay, but I don't know how else to say that name, so that's it. What?
The smoke faded to reveal Caramia, stalking out from the epicenter of the blast.
What? Caramia is stalking Cora?
Yee! His shoulders rose and fell as he panted. His eyes locked on a single point. Kill them all. This again. His eyes, glued on Cora, were clearly those of a beast.
Bang! Mr. Caramia! Mr. Caramia asked me. He asked me to shoot him. And that's the entire reason that I convinced them to let me out to join them today.
She repeated his words to her in her mind and readied her gun. This was what he'd made her promise. She had to fulfill his wishes.
No. My hands are shaking. I can't aim.
You'll probably still ain't better than Axel.
It's okay. Axel can't aim either.
Rain rolled down her cheeks. This is probably supposed to be like a heartfelt moment or something.
Probably.
Her fingers trembled. Her hesitation to shoot the person she cared for most was preventing her from fulfilling her promise. Signorina, hurry.
I can't shoot you.
If you don't shoot me, I'll...
How could I shoot you? You clearly are talking like Caramia again.
Gah! He leapt over the rubble and ran straight at her. The only thing reflected in his wide eyes was her image.
Mr. Caramia!
Suddenly, a dark shadow struck him down. His remaining momentum sent him tumbling across the ground, finally coming to a stop as he smacked into a wall.
Mr. Caramia?
It's not a problem. I went easy on him when I smacked him. Probably broke my shotgun, though.
It's okay. Axel, just smack him again, because he stole your girlfriend. Not a problem?
Hey, there are plenty of problems with this. Ow. Caramia sat up, shaking his head side to side. He leaned up against the wall, scowling at Axel as he clutched his head. How many times do I have to tell you, you don't use guns to hit people? You could have hit me a little more gently, couldn't you?
No. Mr. Caramia, you're back to normal?
She asked as she approached him before he teared out her heart.
Yep.
Yeah. Embarrassingly, this isn't the first time I've been brainwashed like this.
We know. We've seen you once before already.
These guys know how to snap me out of it. It just takes a good shot at the right angle.
But Axel, you don't know how to aim. Oh, I'm so glad you're back.
Shot doesn't necessarily mean shy.
What?
She rushed over and leapt into
They're
his
shooting,
arms.
like, alcohol?
No!
Shots? Shots for
No.
everybody?
No!
Oh.
Click. Sorry for worrying you, Signorina. He closed his eyes and gently stroked her rain-soaked hair. The area was filled with the patter of rain and dripping water. The sound covered up the rhythm of a single pair of footsteps till it was right next to the happy couple.
Mr. Caesar!
Wait, Hamlin wasn't? Cora nudged Caramia, prompting him to stand. He did so, ready to confront Caesar to protect her.
それはもう解けた。いや、あれは準備運動だ。あれも作戦のうちだ。混乱の隙に貴様をいただくためのな。
No one's capturing the Signorina on my watch. Come on, little puppy. I'll play with you.
ワンコロだと
Yeah, dogs and wolves are pretty similar after all.
Okay, cat. Mr. Caramia, it's not like you to provoke people.
Right now, I feel like doing something physical with all my might. Besides, I have to prove I can protect you this time around. Axel, take care of her.
I can protect you. Okay, Axel, go protect her.
Well, he is going to be fighting Caesar, which is a type of protecting her, I guess. Still dumb. Understood. Why are you even saying with your... What are you even saying with your body all torn up like that?
I capture Hamlet and resolve the grim issue, and this is what I come back to. What are you even doing?
Mr. Kyrie! Well, Mr. Caesar attacked me, and then Mr. Caramia...
I see. So it's the usual. I understand. Everyone, we're heading back to the estate. You too.
But Mr. Caramia is...
Oh, just leave him. That's just cats and dogs having a little fun.
Fun? It looks a lot more like they're beating each other up to me.
You need not worry. I'll make them stop at an opportune moment. Come now, get going.
Okay. Is that it? Oh wait, no, there's usually another scene after the credits, right?
Okay.
Now let's just skip the credits. I wonder how Mr. Caramia is doing.
Battle after battle had occurred. At the end of it all, the heavily wounded Caramia had been hospitalized at Sherwood Clinic. Cora returned to the estate briefly and got up early to get to the clinic when it opened. The town was surprisingly quiet, given the chaos that had consumed it the night before. It was as if it was dozing after the exhausting excitement.
It'd be nice if Mr. Caramia were awake. But it's morning. And as we saw before, he doesn't like mornings.
Dr. Robin, you really don't have to worry about me so much.
病人が何を言っている。ほら、抵抗せずに僕の指示に従って。
Yep. An argument? I wonder what they're talking about.
Now she's back to her normal clothes and she's not blue.
Yep.
She stepped into the clinic, not sure if she should ask. She stopped when she saw Caramia laying in bed, Robin Hood by his side. No, I mean, I have to maintain some dignity as the Dawn of Famiglia Oz.
No, you have none.
おや忘れたのかいこの診療所内ではどこの誰かは関係ない。ボスであれソルジャーであれ平等に治療するのが僕の仕事でありポリシーだ。
So this is why all those celebrities got testing for coronavirus ahead of all the people who were unable to get testing, even if the celebrities didn't have symptoms and the people who weren't able to get tests did, right?
脱がないというのなら手ずから。
Fine, fine, I'll do it. I'll do it.
そうそう。最初からそうすればいいんだ。
She waited for Robin Hood to step away from Caramia's bedside before approaching herself, as he was undressing, apparently.
I was gonna say, you seem well, Mr. Caramia.
Signorina.
こんな朝早くに見舞い客が来るなんて珍しいな。
He eyed her as he reached for Caramia's chart.
Anyway, HIPAA laws, so you gotta go.
That's just because Cora loves me so much, right?
Right? Sure is. Not.
The two lovebirds gazed at each other and smiled.
I feel like this route has been utterly unconvincing. Mr. Caramia, how are your injuries?
重度の打撲に複数の骨折。幸い、内臓には問題ないよ。安静にして全治2週間程度だろう。
Why did you answer, Dr. Robin?
Because he's a doctor.
患者の家族に診断を伝えるのも僕の仕事だからね。包帯を取り替えるためにも早く脱ぎなさい。
Now quick undress. What? What?
I think there's a glitch.
What?
Just read the fucking line.
Cora's one thing, but why do I have to get naked for you?
Because he's the doctor. In fact, it's the other way around. Caramia, what the hell?
僕だって男の裸なんか見たくないさ。怪我を治してあげているのに、その態度はどうかと思うね。
Alright, so I guess Caramia would be one of the people in the cars yelling at the nurses during COVID. Cool. Got it.
How? Dr. Robin, be gentler.
No.
There's no point in treating him gently. If you're going to hurt him, please make him suffer thoroughly.
Mr. Kyrie!
驚いた。君でも他人を見舞うことがあるんだね。
Yes. No matter what a filthy, rotten state Caramia may end up in, he is still my superior.
Kirie joined her at the bed and smacked Caramia's stomach with the documents he was carrying. Gah!
I thought you must be bored in here. I brought all the work you put off while you were indulging in bondage play.
There was no way the stab wound in Caramia's stomach from yesterday could have already healed. Kirie narrowed his eyes as Caramia grimaced in pain. I'm not going to forget this.
じゃれ合うのは治療の後にしてくれ。さあ、カラミア、早く全部脱いで。
When can he be discharged if he were to recuperate at home?
彼の回復力次第だけど、どうしてそんなに早く退院させたいんだい？
Once Robin Hood had finished changing Cromie's bandages, he joined Cora and Kirie in the back room drinking coffee. She listened to the two of them, the tense atmosphere making her feel a bit anxious.
As dumb as he might be, he is the Don of our Famiglia. I'd like to keep him in my sight.
僕だって患者は目の届くところにいてほしい。
Solution. Kyrie also stays at the hospital.
I'm not speaking out of concern for myself, but Miss Cora.
Huh?
As you can see, she just can't sit still without Caramia near. I'm worried that she might start breaking things.
Excuse me. Breaking things?
Can you assure me that it's out of the question?
No?
See, I'm sure Caramia would be the same way. Who knows what stupid things he might do to try to see you. Actually, considering what an idiot that lion of ours is, he'd almost certainly start off with such stupid ideas.
脱走で治療計画を乱されるよりは、僕が出向いた方が確実に治りそうだ。わかった。自宅療養の方向で進めよう。
Thank you, Dr. Robin Hood. Could we discuss the matter of cost outside? I'd like to give Miss Cora some time alone with Caramia.
Mr. Caramia's sound asleep. He never did get undressed.
They changed the bandage. He got undressed. She combed her fingers through his hair as he slept. His face seemed so calm in contrast to his wounded body. She felt a bit relieved by the sight.
I wish we could have talked some, but oh well. I'll come visit again, Mr. Caramia, even though we just agreed that you would recuperate at home.
She kissed his cheek gently, so as to not wake him. That's not where you're supposed to kiss someone now, is it?
It's not?
Her eyes went wide with surprise. As she pulled away, his eyes fluttered open to look at her.
Mr. Caramia, you were awake?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep soundly with you right there next to me.
Oh, okay, we'll leave.
I can't really sit up, so do it again, but this time on my lips?
Okay, you need rest, so I'll just leave. Okay.
Ugh. I'm sorry. We finally have some time together, but I can't really do much.
Good.
Let's run off somewhere once I'm healed. We can take a little vacation together.
Kyrie will be so mad. I like that idea. I'm not sure how much of a vacation it could really be, though, since you're the Don and all.
I'll do my very best. I wouldn't want to wear out my love's welcome. I want to be with you forever, my lovely Signorina.
Right. Ribbit.
Okay, I'll be right back in a second.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break before we continue on, and I guess we'll just do the other one, and that'll probably put us at about 3 hours or something.
We've only been live for like an hour.
We've been playing for an hour and, well, the stream's
Hour and
been
a half.
going for an hour and 43 minutes. We started at
Wow.
about 13, so we've been going for an hour and a half.
Okay.
Granted, we'll be able to skip some stuff this time around, but yeah, no. We yeah, anyway. Go do your thing. I'll go do mine. I'm gonna get more coffee. We're back. Do you hear us again?
Do I? That's a good question.
Well, do you?
Yeah, I can hear us. I'm a little loud in comparison to you.
That's okay. I'll just talk louder. Except
Or
when
you
I'm
could-
being Kyrie.
I was about to say, you could just turn me down.
No. How's the music volume, actually?
Well, I'm hearing it twice, so it's hard to compare.
Yeah, fair. Well,
Like-
mute the call from me, then.
It's okay. It's probably as low as you are on it to me.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm like pretty loud in comparison to you, though.
Okay, I will speak louder.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna kill my eardrums.
You told me to be that you're too loud by comparison.
Okay, but like, push my volume down so like it balances on the stream, not yelling in my ear and blasting my eardrums. Gah!
Yes, I bought a present for Mr. Caramia. I see. You and Caramia are quite close, aren't you? I'm sorry. I've said something foolish, haven't I? Of course you're close. You're lovers. I do feel a bit envious.
Oh, now are you trying to steal her?
Mr. Kyrie! Come now, don't dawdle. Get home. You'll make that idiot lion of yours worry. No. I don't think Kyrie wants her in particular. Unfortunately, she's also the only woman, and I guess all of them are straight. Okay.
There are other people that they could date in this game.
Yeah. But the others are all either members of other mafia families, which would be a no-go, because they're all hostile for majority of the week, or townspeople, which kind of feels complicated.
Just go on a date with the person every Sunday when there's no fighting.
Okay, but going on a date is one thing, and having a long-term relationship, like, what you're saying is essentially just only be in a relationship with them on Sundays. Because how will that work if they get, like, engaged or something?
Would be hilarious. That's all. It would be hilarious. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I wanted to give this to you.
She averted her eyes and handed him the bag she'd been holding.
She'd been skipping.
It's gotten quite late, hasn't it?
Kyrie, do you have something you want to say to me?
I'm home.
Yes, welcome home. No, that's not what I meant. I know about the Signorina. About the Signorina. A lot has happened. You're not an idiot. You know what I'm getting at, don't you?
Yes, I'm not an idiot because I asked for a brain. Unlike you. Oh, you mean how I saved her. I just happened across my Don's lover, about to be assaulted by a drunkard, so I simply stepped in. Are you suggesting I should have left her to fend for herself?
Apparently, yes. Yes, he is. No,
She was in trouble, so I helped her. You're being excessively anxious. Be as dull as the dullard you are instead, please. Well, good night.
How many times can he say dull in a single text box?
Be duller.
I know what jealousy is unseemly, but how can I not be anxious when it's you I'm dealing with?
Especially since it's really easy to pass Korra from one person to another in this game.
That's sad.
I normally wouldn't describe it that way, but Axel literally just was like, go to the Dawn. And the Dawn was like, okay, now I have you.
Yeah, no.
So it was literally just passing her. She didn't even make like a conscious, active decision for it.
She was just like, oh, he told me to, so I'll do it.
He told me to, so I'm here. And Caramia's like, oh, I really would have preferred that you have come of your own volition. But it's fine, I'll take it. Like, what?
Yeah. It's a thing.
Don't worry, Caramia. Korra only has one to another person jumps. She doesn't have jumps between 3 people.
That would be crazy. That would also make this game even longer.
It would.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try my best.
It's not something that really requires particular efforts.
Oops, I messed up. Is this acceptable?
What's with the formal tone? You were perfect. Grazie.
Does it taste different when someone feeds you? Why am I blushing?
It tastes the same, but it's more fun this way. I got to see you all nervous too.
Why do you want to see that?
Want to try it? I could feed you.
Yes, please.
Alright. Okay, say ah. Jeez Louise. Oops, sorry. I got some on your lips. Oh my gosh. Caramia reached towards her mouth and wiped the cream away from her lips with his thumb. Oh my gosh.
Was it really an accident?
Can Koro shoot me instead of him, please?
What if we just shoot Korra? That seems like a good solution.
Then he brought that same thumb to his mouth and licked it clean.
Oh, what poor manners!
Sorry. So, was it fun?
No. It was! What? Is it fun to be fed by other people? I feel like it's really not. I am also like, that's one of those cheesy things that they put into like romance things or whatever. But I'm like, do I know any couples who actually do that? I don't think I do.
Because couples are not cheesy romance plots.
Like, is it a thing for people to feed each other when they're dating?
I don't know.
They always make it sound like such a thing, and I'm like, is it?
What a good night's sleep. Wait, why is the Signorina sleeping next to me?
Where are we at?
Oh,
this part.
Creepy part number 12.
Only 12?
Come to think of it, she came by this morning, but I just whined and dragged her into bed. She's fast asleep. I'd feel bad about waking her up. Guess we'll be spending the day in bed.
Or you could wake her up because she had a whole list of things that she wanted to do that she was really excited about.
Bed. What kind of man would turn down such an invitation? Oh my gosh! No. Both parties need to be on the same page for that sort of thing. If I just pounced on her, I'd be nothing more than an animal. You are nothing more than an animal. Shut up.
He is lying.
No, but what if I just Ask her when she wakes up. That'd be pretty pathetic sounding, I guess.
That'd be terrifying. She's only in the bed in the first place because he pulled her in. If she then woke up to him being like, can we have sex? That would be just like, let me out of this bed. Okay, bye. Bye.
What a conundrum. A big, complicated conundrum.
It's really not.
Really not.
It's not complicated at all.
It's not a conundrum.
Not in the least.
How is this that hard? Okay.
Okay. I don't want to thoughtlessly shoot at things either. Hurting someone by accident would be awful. They could die. People die when they are killed.
If Caramia dies, I'll kill him myself. Yeah, that's what makes guns so scary.
Oh.
It's easier. The easier it is to take life, the more you lose sense of its value. You need to be careful not to lose that part of yourself, but
I'm like, these lines are really similar, though I thought that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was skippable, but I guess not.
I guess not.
It's difficult, right?
Yeah. It's hard to keep your hands clean in this line of work. So, that's why I really didn't want you to be part of this.
But now you've
I just-
joined anyway, and we don't know why.
To date me.
So I guess they do have to join the Famiglia to date.
Guess? I appreciate your determination, but I just want you to understand where I'm coming from as well. Murder. Murder all of them.
No, you're too early with that line.
Signorina, let's take a little break. Oh, Axel, you're here. Yes.
I'm exhausted. My arms feel like lead.
Well, of course they do. You've been gripping something unfamiliar this entire time.
Oh no. Do we have to have this scene? Do they have to put this?
Hmm.
I didn't realize how heavy it would be. It's a lot longer than I imagined. It's so big I couldn't hold it with one hand. It took both hands to get a proper grip. Oh god.
Like, I know what... You know what they're actually talking about, but like...
I
why
know,
are they
but the
doing
fact that they
this?
put this scene specifically so that Axel would hear it. Let me know if there are lines you need to skip or want to skip.
That's because it's mine. Isn't it amazing how well it shoots?
Yeah, my body feels like jelly. I'm impressed that you can get off so many shots in a row, Mr. Caramia. Not sure I'll be able to handle it. My body feels like it's going to give out.
Gosh.
Poor Axel.
No, I'm skipping this one.
Really? This one too?
I hate this. Why? Why?
We'll just skip this one too. And this.
How indecent, you two.
Oh, Axel?
What's with him? What's indecent about guns? Well, whatever. Let's take a little break. Then we'll go back down to the range in the basement to continue practicing.
I don't know how indecent of them to never actually mention the word gun that entire time.
Because they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this because it's funny.
It's really not. Okay. Okay.
My gosh, why?
Man, I refilled my coffee, but I didn't put any wine in it. And now I'm like, maybe I should have. I was already saying it earlier.
Be careful.
Please, be careful.
Trust me, if nothing else, physical matters are my strong points.
Don't chase them too far. Finding your corpse will be a pain.
Why are you assuming I'm going to end up dead? You'll destroy my morale.
I was trying to improve your morale with that, but I guess my intent didn't get across.
Kyrie, take care of her for me.
Oh my. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes, but only in the capacity of consigliere. I won't let you get away with it if you lay a hand on her.
Very well, sir.
Don't be like me, Kyrie.
Uh-huh. Pretty much. Poor Axel. Like,
I'll be...
that scene was meant to be funny for the double entendre, but it's
Yes.
just cruel to do that to the guy you were just dating like a week ago.
It's also not really funny.
It's not that funny in the first place, but the fact that they did it to, like, the guy she just left
Yeah.
is like, okay, that's just cruel.
I'll be back.
Mr. Caramia.
Oh, don't give me that look. I'm not gonna die. Not until you shoot me.
Oh, what a shame.
I want to help people when they're in trouble. It doesn't matter who they are. I just can't sit by and watch without doing something.
I understand. You helped me out too, after all.
Yeah, that's right, Signorina. I'll be back, so don't worry. Worry anyway.
Don't worry even if he doesn't come back, it's fine.
Just ignore him if he comes back.
Axel, do you remember that cowardly lion?
Of course I do. Though it seems almost unreal looking at Mr. Caramia now.
He really was frustrating when he was crying, scared of his own shadow.
Just raising my axe was enough to reduce him to a sobbing rack.
Oh, wait. Come to think of it. Is Axel better with axes than guns because he originally was like a woodcutter?
Yes, that was the thing. He's
Oh.
used to axes because he used to chop wood.
I don't know.
That's what I figured every time.
Mm.
And I mean, that's what his quote weapon would have been when he was a Tin Man.
You say that like they normally had weapons before. What
He
was
did.
curious?
The crows.
This really takes me back. Perhaps the three of us should reminisce when Caramia returns. No, it might be more fun with her, too.
I'm sure Mr. Caramia will be embarrassed.
Ah, yes, time for Axel to get his revenge. What was that sound?
It sounded like the skip button.
Murder, murder, murder. Poor Mr. Caramia. He's got such a big lump on his head.
Dot, 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 dot.
背中にも銃を受けてどこの誰が撃ったんだか
Axel did.
Who shot him? Axel did it! Hey, you're the one who shot him, Kyrie. You think I could make such an accurate shot?
If you'd gotten him under control immediately, I wouldn't have had to shoot him. It's fair to say it's your fault.
ほら病人のそばで騒ぐんじゃない彼の回復力を考えれば診療所へ連れて帰る必要はなさそうだ薬は置いておくから経過だけは報告するように
Yes, thank you very much. I hope Mr. Caramia's wounds heal quickly.
Seems like the skip button's back in town. Poor thing.
Poor Mr. Caramia.
Signorina.
It isn't as if we have much choice. He was originally a beast. If he gets out of control, he might tear your head clear off with his jaws.
I wouldn't do that.
Can you be sure? But can you be 100% sure of that?
Well...
You can't, can you? So shut your trap, you idiot lion.
That was much longer with the other comment. Kyrie got me under control. He even shot me in the back. This really sucks. Went to save them, but I ended up getting manipulated into going home instead. I'm glad they stopped me before I hurt anyone. I really owe those two. No, I don't owe Kyrie anything. He was more concerned about that face than me.
Well, because Kyrie knew he could get you under control.
The Signorina must be worried, though. I left telling her not to worry, too. What am I doing?
Sorry, the mouse clicked as I was drinking my coffee. Or
Well,
as I
don't
was trying to put the cup down.
Well, don't click the mouse when you're putting cups down.
It's right there. Mr. Caramia, please open your skip button.
Okay.
Okay, I'll shoot you. Okay. I really don't want to shoot you, though, Mr. Caramia. But I'll prepare myself for it.
Grazie. Well, you know, I'm gonna give it my all, too. I mean, I have to. I am the Don, after all. I know that's probably not very convincing with me at this stage.
I just want to point out that for this ending, out of 7 choices, 3 of them are just, okay!
Yeah, That is true.
Cora, why?
I brought a present for Mr. Caramia. Sorry, okay, be careful, poor thing, okay.
I guess Caramia likes an obedient woman.
Oh my gosh.
What? All she says is okay, apparently. And sorry. You're right, it isn't. It'd be nice if everything could return to normal quickly.
We said a lot of thank yous earlier.
I mean, that's just polite.
Yeah, it would.
But saying just okay to everything, I'm like, oh my god. I don't like MCs like this. Like, Avery has dumb ideas and is overall not smart, but they're not just passive.
Okay, but they can also be a little too active at times.
Yes, but Cora's just passive, and it's
Yes.
really annoying. Mr. Caramia, are you still awake?
Signorina, what's wrong? Couldn't sleep?
I thought we could sleep together, so I brought a blanket.
Yearning for human warmth? I know I am.
No, because you're actually a lion anyway.
It's really tough when you can't touch the person you love whenever you want.
Is it that hard? Is it that bad?
I think people in long-distance relationships say something along those lines, I think.
Okay, but it's been like 2 days.
Long-distance relationship! For a long time.
I'm like, for a long distance relationship that goes on for months, okay, I understand that you like miss being around them physically.
Yes.
But like, it's been like 2 days. It's really not that bad.
It's like when the couple leaves and they're like, I miss you so much. Oh, can't you just come over here?
I'm like, for 2 days, you can settle for talking without touching. You don't need to touch all the time. I don't think you need to.
Tell it to aloe people? See what
It's
they say.
okay. They can't help being aloe just like we can't help being ace. Then I'll touch you instead. Poke! I'm not reading this.
Oh, I like that idea. Don't mind if I do. Oh. Signorina, do you love me?
Yes! I do love you!
Really? I thought I'd ask you to do this and that for me, but somehow just hearing that is enough. I guess I'm pretty low maintenance.
Oh, good. We didn't actually have to touch wherever he asked.
After the one scene, I'm glad. Skip.
It's laid out. Skipping already? Skipping's really energetic for the morning.
The tumult outside seemed almost otherworldly. The inside of the mansion was eerily quiet. Every footstep and quiet breath seemed deafeningly loud. The place looked as though people had been living in it, but right now there weren't any signs that anyone was in the house.
Is he really here?
Kyrie took a step forward, leaving Cora's question unanswered.
With Axel and the others' diversion, it seemed to have managed to infiltrate the place without issue.
Is Axel going to be okay? So I guess in this ending, we're not with Axel, we're with Kyrie.
Fun.
Worry not. If nothing else, he has a sturdy body. Now, I believe the moment we open this door, we'll have our showdown with Hamlin. Are you ready? Are you scared? You can hold my hand if you are. My hands may be smaller than Caramia's, but you can pretend they're his.
Thank you, Mr. Kyrie. I feel a little calmer now.
Wonderful. Now, shall we? We need to save Caramia.
Kyrie had her hand in one of his and the doorknob in his other. He slowly turned his wrist, ears tuned for any kind of trap. But the door opened without a hitch, creating only the slightest bit of noise.
ようこそ皆様、我が屋敷へ。カラミア君、ご挨拶を。
Mr. Caramia!
Hamlin stood in the middle of the room. He smiled and bowed deeply like a theatrical performer.
Oh, come to think of it, if he can control children and animals, and he wanted to take Cora, does that mean she's a child?
If he was able to take control of Cora, yes. Beside him was Caramia. Again, he looked at her with empty eyes. The Don didn't move a muscle in response.
おやおや、不機嫌なのかな。まあいいか。
Hamlin shrugged and scratched his head.
Mr. Caramia, get a hold of yourself!
無駄だよ、お嬢ちゃん。この笛はとっても強力なんだ。一度操られれば、なかなか解けない。
Really? Because it seems like Axel and Kyrie are perfectly capable of breaking the spell. They know exactly how.
Hamlin set his hand on Caramia's shoulder and leaned casually against him, a smile crossing his face.
特に上の根の届く範囲なら、絶対に解けない。
So, break the pipe.
Yes.
But also, how is he playing this pipe while also talking?
It's an electronic pipe.
But
さあ、カラミア君、お仲間とダンスをしておくれ。楽しい楽しい同点ダンスをさ。
A what?
a toten dance.
What is that? Hamlin picked up his pipe and brought it to his mouth. The moment the melody started to flow, Caramia clutched his head and let out a low growl.
Well,
Do I have to?
yes.
Is that good enough?
That sounded more like your sigh of frustration.
He fell to his knees, groaning in agony. She tried to run to him, but Kyrie kept a firm grip on her hand and held her back. She looked back at him to protest, but he shook his head at her. Clearly, he thought it was far too dangerous.
The real reason he offered to hold her hand.
Yep.
Mr. Caramia!
Caramia looked up when Cora called him. Murder, 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 murder.
This looks really funny.
Oh, Totes and Tots is English Dance of the Dead, is a name of a work for solo piano and orchestra by a person.
So, Caramia is dead already.
Totally, uh-huh. His golden eyes narrowed as he stood up and glared at her. How many times do you think this little trick is going to work on me?
Infinite, because you're a lion.
But instead of charging at them, Caramia turned and punched Hamlin in the stomach. The one-eyed man's fresh blood splattered against Caramia's cheek.
That's an impressive punch.
Uh-huh. Halen collapsed from the impact of the punch.
I can't let you use that.
When Hamlin reached for his pipe, Kyrie shattered his hand with a carefully placed shot. Oh my gosh.
Kyrie has the best aim.
Your days of hiding in obscurity are over.
Kyrie walked up to Hamlin's fallen body. When Hamlin tried to reach for his pipe with his remaining good hand, the consigliere stomped on its fingers.
Smash!
Gary bent down and scooped up the pipe that had caused them so much trouble, paying no mind to Hamlin's wails.
I feel like this feels really anticlimactic, actually.
It's just an ordinary pipe. I wonder why it has the power to control people. How mysterious indeed. I will be confiscating this. Thus begins your life as a prisoner.
Soldati carried Hamlin out of the room. As the door closed, Cora finally came to.
Wait, she fell asleep at some point, or what?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kyrie!
Was it so dreadful you couldn't even speak? It's safe to move now. Caramia is fine too.
Funny, the one where we have to promise to shoot him. We don't even get a chance to shoot him.
Speaking of whom, oh, that's right.
Kyrie went up to Caramia and smacked him on the head.
That's not a head.
Back, head, whatever. It's safe now? He turned around, reaching for his ears.
I see.
Yep.
I mean, I kind of guessed, but also, oh. Mr. Caramia, are you okay?
Yeah, because Kyrie gave me these. He tossed her two small objects he pulled out of his ears.
Ew. These are earplugs?
Yes. I figured that if it was the sound that was controlling him, he'd be fine so long as he couldn't hear it. I concluded that it was unlikely that Hamlin had considered that his target had snapped out of it. He made a show of Caramia escaping from the mansion and had him intentionally go to Hamlin.
It was kind of touch and go at first, since my mind was a bit fuzzy when I was near Hamlin, but Signorina, you were holding Gary's hand, weren't you?
He snapped out of it out of jealousy over Kyrie trying to steal his girlfriend.
Murder Kyrie!
Yes?
The sight of you all over him just made me so angry. I snapped out of it instantly.
Wow. Wow.
That's a thing.
You know, it seemed like Caramia was being a little less possessive, maybe. But I take it back. He's not. He's still just as bad. Oh boy. Why? All over him. Kyrie just let me hold his hand to calm me down. Right? Also, holding his hand is not being all over him. It's literally just a hand.
Don't ask me. Perhaps I just wanted to hold your hand.
Oh, don't say that!
But you know, it's not like we keep earplugs on hand, right? How'd you get these so fast?
Maybe he does.
I procured them recently. A certain couple is just so loud with their moaning every night that I'm unable to sleep.
Moaning? Do you want me to skip it?
I'm just like, wow. We weren't that loud, and the windows were closed. It's not like the walls are that thin, and it's not every night to begin with.
Mr. Caramia? Are you cheating on me?
Ew, gross. Absolutely disgusting. I don't want to hear about what you get up to in the nude at night. You're giving me the creeps.
You were trying to make me talk about it. Kyrie, I received confirmation that Hamlin has been apprehended. However, oh, sir, are you alright? More or less. Sorry for all the trouble.
You really have caused a lot of trouble. And probably the most troubling thing was you telling us about your nightly activities.
Nightly activities? Kyrie, please explain.
Certainly. I'll tell you on our way back. Because I'll also delight in torturing you, I guess, with details of their sex life.
Damn it.
Kyrie is going to tell everyone. It's at times like this that Axel's tendency to take things at face value is a real problem. So, you're just going to abandon your Don and head home, huh?
Even if they leave you behind, I'll wait for you. I'll take responsibility for bringing you back to the estate, Mr. Caramia.
At least I can rely on you. Guess I'll have to take you up on that offer.
Although if anyone attacks, I'll be completely useless.
He took her hand and laced his fingers between hers.
Mr. Caramia?
Like I said before, made me furious to see you all over him like that.
Literally just holding hands. Get over it.
I'd prefer it if you only held my hand. I won't let anyone else have you. I don't want to.
It's literally just a hand. Get over it. Would you rather have had her be terrified?
Apparently. I'm sorry for acting like a spoiled child.
Are you, though? You don't seem sorry. You really are like a child, but that's part of what I like about you, because I'm also a child.
I do like that you accept me as I am.
See? Look at them. It's just like I was saying.
Yeah, what an intense conversation. I feel like I might puke sugar.
Oh no, but Axel, you have to keep all that sugar down in your stomach. Mr. Kyrie? Axel?
When did you come back?
We never left. We hid in the shadow of the door and listened to your whole silly conversation.
What? Eavesdropping is rude. The door wasn't closed. Your voices just happened to reach our ears. Don't say that with such a smug look on your face.
I was so sickened that I felt faint and nearly died, but I managed to revive myself. In celebration, let's continue to tell the tale of this chat between our Don and his lover forever, leaving records for future generations as well.
That's a great idea.
It's a terrible idea.
Oh, whatever. Write all you want.
You too, Mr. Caramia?
I was telling the truth before. There's no reason to hide it. I don't care who knows.
Mr. Caramia.
My word. I was trying to tease you, but you just accepted it so easily. Making a record feels like such trouble now.
Well, I win no matter what you do. I want to write about it as a personal record. Will you grant me permission to do so?
What a creepy thing for your ex to say.
Oh, well, that's a little different. I don't mind, really. Thank you so much.
Axel, do you keep a diary or something?
Huh? Yeah. Unlike Carrie, my memory isn't very good.
Now I'm curious. What do you write in it?
I write very, very personal things, so it's a secret.
Dear Diary, today I had cookies and chocolate.
I had an entire jar of sugar.
Dear Diary, today I tried a new bakery. This one is the best one yet. Must remember this bakery in this location at this address. I got cream puffs from them. They were very, very sweet. It was great.
Dear Diary, Carrie teased me about sugar, so I ate all of it.
Secret, you say? Now, that's most interesting.
You're supposed to be giving Mr. Caramia a hard time, not me.
Anything goes as long as it's entertaining. Where would you be hiding your diary? That fireplace that's never held a fire is most suspicious.
I'm not talking.
Under your bed?
How did you know?
Yeah, that seems like something Axel would do.
Something I would do? What does that mean?
I see. So it is under your bed. Understood.
Carrie, I'm gonna stop you.
I'm imagining Kyrie just like skipped out of the room, like, wee! Out to get Axel's diary!
Well, they certainly seem to be having fun. You seem to have gotten the hang of their little games too, Signorina.
I guess I kind of caught on by watching you, Mr. Caramia. Maybe we should head home too.
Yes, let's do that. Song. What? Why is it black?
What are you talking about?
Like, there was no credits. There was only
What
the
are you
credits
talking
song.
about? Of course there's no credits. We're on the next scene now.
But, like...
Shh. Of course there's no credits. We're on the next scene already.
But...
Shh.
I'm so confused.
Shh.
Things finally have calmed down. Caramia let go of Cora's hand and set his coat on a chair. After a quick rotation of his shoulders to loosen up, he sat on the bed inside.
You worked really hard today, Mr. Caramia.
Yeah, I sure did. Come here, Signorina. Caramia opened his arms wide, and Cora leapt into his chest, burying her face in his shirt. I never could have imagined that being touched like this could make me so happy.
I'm just like, does that make people happy? To just have someone's face, like, against their chest? I don't get it.
Sure.
I don't get it.
He wrapped his arms around Cora. Yeah, he wrapped his arms around Cora's waist and pulled her into a tight embrace. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this day.
I've been waiting just as long as you, okay?
Really? You seem to be enjoying my misfortune with Kyria and the others.
Oh, Mr. Caramia. For some reason, still calling him Mr.
Caramia chuckled, kissed her cheek, and then nuzzled her neck. She squirmed as his curly hair tickled her skin.
Come to think of it, when did you cut your hair?
Hair?
Yes, it was so long earlier, but it's back to normal now.
She reached out and touched the hair on the back of his head. I didn't cut it. I guess it just shrunk.
Is it just natural for your hair to grow and shrink?
Yeah, something like that. When I use my power, that's what happens.
Power?
Yeah, when I attacked you in the mansion, I was kind of like an animal, right? That power. I don't usually use it, but I can control this. I don't usually use it, but I can control this power. Look.
Makes hair grow. Makes it shrink. Makes hair grow. Makes it shrink.
He closed end eyes and began to hum. Without a sound, his hair began to grow longer before her eyes.
But he's humming. What do you mean without a sound?
She gulped as she watched the mysterious spectacle. When I'm like this, my senses get sharper. I can hear your heartbeat so loudly, it's almost annoying now. I can see you no matter how dark it is, and I could track down your scent no matter how far you might run.
So you're unstoppable.
Indeed. The lion is the king of the jungle, after all.
Okay, Simba.
Everything the light touches is my kingdom. He picked her up and laid her upon the bed. There's one drawback to this power. When I'm in this state, I can't be restrained with logic. Oh my gosh.
Well, turn it off then.
I'm not a dog, so sit doesn't really work on me. Not so great at heel either.
You know, I thought you were just saying that you could control the power. Are you saying that you do not have control?
I think the control means turn it off and turn it back on again.
Well, turn it off again.
He loomed over her, pinning her to the bed. He didn't take his wild eyes off of the helpless Cora beneath him.
I think this is supposed to be sexy.
It's not, though.
I mean, is anything sexy to us?
Fair. So you better be ready tonight, Cora. I'm not one to hesitate or play coy the way I am now. The only thought on my mind is, oh my gosh. My desire for you. He whispered into her ear and gently nibbled on her ear. Oh my gosh!
You can't control it! Sorry, that's not at all her voice. You can't control it?
I can trigger my power at will, but it takes time for me to go back to normal. That's why I was bound with chains.
Okay, well, you better turn it off and I'll just leave for the night. Oh, I see.
Oh, I see. You're not even a little scared.
She should be.
Yeah. I really could hurt you, depending on my condition.
Mr. Caramia.
His eyes were full of sadness and pain. Caramia's power had brought destruction on the town and brought chaos to the Famiglia. Perhaps that power was responsible for other calamities in the past as well.
Don't worry. I trust you that you won't do anything awful to me.
She put her hand on his cheek to reassure him.
Only mildly horrible.
Uh-huh.
I want to love all of you, Mr. Caramia, so please do whatever you like. Why? That's not. Can I skip this one? Should I skip this one?
Go for it.
Okay, bye.
I love you, my Signorina.
Okay, bye, Caramia. Bye-bye. 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 Okay, bye. Go back to your little corner in here. I wonder why Axel's so tiny in that image.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Cool. We did it. Fun.
Was it though?
I'm glad it's over. We did it.
I don't know how to feel.
Glad that it's over.
Yeah. I have no words.
Well, the next one we're doing is back to not cheating, right?
Yes. Yes. It is back to not cheating.
Should we just go ahead and get started on that? We did say it was going to be an extra long one. We're not even at the 3-hour mark yet.
Just give me a minute.
Okay, we'll take another break.